So I actually think Luca is ready to do the entirety of work in hand 1. So we're going to go through that entire script. Good boy. So we start nose to the long side, and we do 2 small circles to the left. And I'm looking to see if he will react. Yes, good. To a half halt on that inside rein, but my hand, keep going, thank you, isn't right next to his nose. It's more in the working hand position here. Good. We want it up here like this, but he might not understand that. Hey, that's pretty good. Good. So if his head pops up, or if we ask with a half halt and his head doesn't go down, he needs more hind leg. Yes. This, good. I'm just finishing reading Jean Froissart. I know I'm butchering the French. Even more. Okay. Even more here. Yes. Good. And he gives, and then half halt, nope. He gives, I did not do this, half halt well. Talks about ramener, and again, I don't know if I'm saying that right, which in straightness training we more call the search. Oh, there's a horsefly here. Yeah, I see it, buddy. I'm going to get it for you one day. Where I was. Okay, you're not exactly pointing to the edge, but that's okay. Look on. Now we do 2 circles this way. Actually, I guess we didn't have to change direction, but it doesn't really matter. But he talked about before you ask the horse to put its head up. Very good, buddy. Yeah, like that. Yeah, a little more tempo. Good. Yes. Keep going. Keep going. I'm going to keep asking until I get a little bit more. Good. And then we'll stop. That they have to develop a neck by going, you guessed it, forward down. And it's quit being astonishing to me. Everything Marika talks about in straightness training can be backed up with multiple sources. So I am not surprised. I will actually, good boy, kind of fell there. I will share the image on a post somewhere. And he shows exactly why a nose poking out like that does not work the body. Yes, that's better. Work the body like a nose. Yes. Good. So if I feel myself that I have to pull him in any way, he needs more like good. Yes. Good. Okay. So we end up, oh no, that was correct. We end up facing the opposite long side than what we started. So let's see if I can do a better half halt, half halt, half halt. That was much better. Still not square, but much better. Good boy. Yeah. So we switch, we get the outside rein ready. I'm going to ask him to get even more square. Can you get off that shoulder? Make yourself round. Not round, but square. A little more. A little more. Thank you. There we go. Good boy. Nice. And then here. So I'm doing the whole script. Nope. Don't worry. Yeah. Good boy. Yes. Look at that. All right. So when he leans on me, it means he needs to support himself. Good. With more inside leg. Good. Okay. So if I feel him in my hands, riding anywhere, yeah, it means more inside leg. So toward the camera, we now do shoulder 4. We don't need a lot. We don't want him to overbend. Good. So the outside rein keeps him from turning and falling. This feels like that that jumping. You're doing good. Good boy. Keep going. Good. Nope, I'm using too much inside rein. Go, go. Yep, go, go. Good. Good. There. Good. Good. Nope. Yes, good boy. All right, well, let you relax for a moment. Makes me think of that when that guy was like, and here I'll do the steady 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ah, it felt like. So he's falling, 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 and I'm like, oh, get him off his shoulder by using the inside leg while he's falling all over the place. Okay. But the improvement we have in these longer reins is worse, the lack of improvement. Good. In the, still on me. So this is the lesson I'm still working on with Firefly. And if I can teach Luca this lesson earlier, everything's going to be better for him in his education. Walk on. Feel like I'm nagging you. Walk on. Good boy. Okay, so now we don't need the reins at all for this scaffolded groundwork type work haunches in. Yep, very good. He is keeping off of that shoulder very well. Normally he would fall a little more. Good. And he did fall, but he came right back. Very nice. Lovely. Look at that. Yep, and then he fell. Oh, good boy. Okay. Good. So the fact that, okay, so he brought his head up, which means he wasn't using his hind leg, but I also feel like it mostly came from mentally checking out that corner. Good. So I am not, keep going, keep going. Good. So then we come down center line. Again, I want a half halt, half halt, half halt. Ta-da! Very nice halt. Good boy. Lovely. And that's kind of also where Liberty comes in, where they, yes, yeah, does that feel good? They learn the energy cues, and they're a lot better at it than we are. So, oh my goodness. Okay, can you square back up? We're going to do the other side. That is not square. Hi. Hi. What are we doing? Okay. Square back up. Square's your favorite. I know, there's bugs. One more. One more. Yeah, good boy. I'm wearing the food pouch today because I might do a little bit of Liberty at the end with him because my legs are splayed out. Yeah, that's okay. Keep going. That's fine. One more. I want him to understand. Nope. So sometimes we, I don't know. You want to stretch? Most of the time when they paw like that, they balance up afterward because they are balanced. Good. And some people might say, well, why don't you bring them forward? But when you bring them forward, they get on the forehand, even worse. And we don't want them on the forehand at all. We want their center of mass to be equal over the front legs. Yep, a little more. And then we're going to get a big, I will take that, okay? Because that's a lot of backing up. But sometimes that's what we got to do to make it super clear. Oh, now we'll let you take a few breaths. And then we're going to go the other way. Good boy. Nice. Walk on. So, go. 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 Better. Good. Go. Go. I want him to be thinking. Yes, good. More trot than anything. Good. Yes, look at that. That was beautiful. I was really happy with that because the half halt is higher up on the reins. Good. I don't think the reins should be loopy because I want to talk to him the whole time. But this is all, yeah, look at that. Good boy. This is all still precarious. All right, spooky corner. But you don't have anything to worry about. Good. Okay, shoulder 4. We want this chest to come over so that the inside leg is in the track. The inside legs are on the track together. Good. Oh, this is nice. Yeah. And we want his head. Keep going. Good. So the outside rein kind of tells the shoulders what to do. And the inside rein is just talking to the pole and getting that stelling. Good. Walk on. We're totally not in shoulder in position anymore. There we go. Shoulder 4. Better. Better. Nope. Good. There we go. Good boy. We'll stop on that. And Frossard was talking about how he called it the placé. You look like a mountain goat. Let's rest in a better position. I'd rather have you rest with your weight back than your feet together and your weight hanging over it. You're very interested in this food. You can smell it. But yeah, Frossard talked about placé, which to me, it sounded just like stelling. Good boy. All right, let's go this way. Go. 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 Let's think about trotting. Good. You can get upset. Good boy. That's all right. Good. So desensitize is when they don't react, and resensitize is when they learn to react sooner. So eventually I can just wave the whip. I don't have to actually touch him like that. And the bigger, the more dramatic and more pressure the aid to transform him, the longer or bigger the rest or reward. Hi, don't do that. That's not going to get you anywhere. Yeah. Okay. Good boy. Although notice, what I'm noticing is, go. Thank you. Yes. I didn't have to use the whip, just my voice there. Go, go, go. Yep. There's my outside rein. Get off. There you go. Oh, you're looking at something, huh? Walk on. The first few sessions, I had to use the whip to just get him to walk off. And I don't think I've had to do anything like that to get him to walk off. All right, the nose is poking. So in haunches in, it's an upward half halt. Good. And we still want the head to go down and be supple. Good. Good. But it doesn't come from the head. I was just talking about how he's more sensitized. Good. There we go. Good boy. And then I had to use the whip. Well, we're thinking about other things, aren't we? Yeah, we're thinking about other things. But the half halt in haunches in is about getting their weight back. Because if their weight's back, then they can lift. Walk on. Good boy. And then the head can hang. Good. Yes. Good. Because the haunches, good. There we go. Good boy. Are holding themselves. And you didn't like that. You wanted to keep your head out, I think, so that you could see everything, which you're a horse. I get. Good. I like this head down. Both Marika and Joanne talk about at some point you should be able to, in an experimental way, kind of a look ma no hands, their head should be able to do, and neck should be able to do most things independent of their body because they're not using the brace All right, it's half halt, half halt. Not the best, not the worst. One more. One more. Oh, this is shades of our last back. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. All right, so that was work in hand, grade 1. And he needed a few stops. But we went from barely doing shoulder in to almost doing the whole side. And with the break, you did do the whole side. So that was great. So now we're going to end with a little bit of lunging feel. And I'm really happy that he's understanding the idea of the rein or here, this far away, that the half halt, yes, is the same. Good boy. Because when we're lunging, the half halt, the Steinbreck check should make him go down. Good. So it's the same language, just in a different pillar. And Marika, straightness training, breaks down 8 half halts, 8 rebalances. And I think that's one of the reasons why I like her so much, is that she's so analytic about it. And so the biggest ones are the Steinbreck check. Good boy. Where a half halt on the inside rein, the horse's head should go forward down. They should loosen. Good boy. A little bit in the pull and be able to go forward down with their head and neck. If they can't, good. Yes, this is good. Look at you. Good boy. If they can't, then they're not using their inside hind leg. And it's a check of, is the inside leg going under the center of the body? A Boucher half halt. So in a Steinbreck check, the half halt is the leg goes under the center of the body. In a Boucher half halt, the body goes over the inside leg. It's subtle. And a Boucher half halt, I believe, happens with the curb bit. And that is after a horse has this forward down and they're constantly searching like this. You don't want to add a curb if they don't have this search, if they're not bent to the side, which is why all these traditions start. One of the reasons, and there's lots of reasons, my understanding is one of the reasons why these traditions start with go, a snaffle, because the lateral bend, something's going on with Pivo. Okay, it's nothing. I guess I just see it more. Okay, well, I gotta stop talking anyway. All right, you're doing great with these circles, but I want you to stay away from me. So his circles have definitely gotten bigger, and he's understanding to stay down. Good boy. So we halt. Yeah, look at that halt. Very good boy. We'll do a few on the other side, and we'll call it done, because these videos are getting too long. I'm just listening to myself talk, aren't I? So oh, it's a bird. I thought it was my Pivo making noise. So we should be able to gently move his head. See how he puts his weight back when his head comes up? Wherever we want. Very good. Very good. Yeah. And that shows that a lot of, trust mentally and physically in being able to access his pulse. Yeah. Good boy. What a good boy. Is this the same ear as the other day that you were really enjoying the scratches? Yeah. You're a cutie. All right. Let's square you up one more time. Froissart, the book. So I'm reading A Guide to Basic Dressage. And there's another book. It's a 2-in-1 kind of volume. Walk on. And they did experiments with weight, with scales. And they put a horse in a halt on scales on the front end, and the horse is on one scale on the front legs and one scale on the back legs. Yeah, this is great. But don't get on me. Off of me. Off of me. There. Good. Yes. Go. Yes. Good. Yeah. Hey, this is wonderful. Your head could be more down. Good. So in lunging, we talk about SLF, not LFS. yes, we want the hind end to come under first more than anything else. So once they have the hind end under, good. Yes. I know, there's a bug. You got it. Good. Keep going. Good. Once the hind end goes under, good. Then the head can come down. Good boy. We're going to stop there. But the scales showed how the horse doesn't equally distribute weight. More of it's on the forehand. But when you bring the head up, more weight goes back. All right, I was going to do a little liberty, but I'm just happy with all of that. So we're going to end there. And I have 3 other horses to work with. So we're going to end on that. That was great, Luca.